Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. Give us a call, 412-575-2600. We have a couple lines open right now, so maybe you would get on. Also, if you want to tweet me, at Richie Walsh, easy to get a hold of. So reach me two ways. Ron, you know, we talked a little bit about last time you were here. You had Doc Emmerich on. What a great guy is. What a great announcer he is. I mean, he had a couple good stories for you. Said that Eddie Olczyk was doing well, which is good news. I saw that tweet from the Penguins today, so he isn't back in the booth, but he's doing well.
No, he told me, I saw Doc before the game last night, about 3 hours ahead of time, and he's always there, I'm always there, and it was a great call. I said, how's he doing? He goes, as far as I know, great. He said the first chemo threw him for a loop, but he knows what to expect, and he said, he told me the story. He said, we had the staff meeting via video where everybody involved in the broadcast is on, and Edzo came in on video, and said he came in, and as soon as his face showed up, they gave him a standing ovation. They said Eddie Olczyk cried. It was nice. Eddie Olczyk's a great part of that broadcast. He's a great man. I really like him a lot. I'm praying for him like everybody else out there is.
Yeah, Eddie Olczyk is one of my favorites. A really, really good guy.
Good person. Just a good person.
Yeah, I worked with him when he was.
He's battling cancer, and hey, he's not alone out there. Everybody in our families knows somebody with cancer. I'm rooting for Eddie Olczyk.
Yeah, me too. Let's go out to the hotline, and we got David in the South Side. How you doing, David?
Yeah, how's everybody?
Good. Thanks for calling.
I know the old saying that any given Sunday, any team can beat any team in football. But what I can understand is that the Steelers have been probably one of the fourth or fifth best teams in the league for a long time. Why is it that they always play down at teams that they should beat?
It's a great question.
Well, this year they're 3-1. They did it in Chicago, the anthem, distraction, whatever you want to say. They beat Cleveland on the road, which they should have done. They beat Minnesota at home, lost to Chicago. They've played 3 of their first 4 games on the road, and they're 3-1. They're 2-0 in the division on the road. That's pretty good. I think they're in a great spot. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point about playing down a competition, even though they did play down to Cleveland. If you want to say playing down, they won the game. They didn't cover the spread, if that means playing down to the competition. Yes, I think there were a lot of distractions in that Chicago game. I kind of threw that whole game out, the whole anthem thing, and probably people were torn what to do. I had them at 3-1 after 4 games. I just thought they were going to lose to Baltimore on the road. And they ended up winning that game. So this is kind of where I had them at.
I'd rather have them beat Baltimore than beat Chicago, because it's a division game, a conference game. They should be 4-0. They really should. But now, they got 3 of their 8 road games out of the way already. I think they're in a great spot.
I want to see what they do this week, but their next big test obviously is in 2 weeks at Kansas City.
Yep.
That's a tough one. I think that more. Who knows what's going to happen with that? I mean, if I had to predict now that they're going to lose, because that's a tough place to play, and they always seem to lose in Kansas City, other than that big win last year in the playoffs.
Well, you know what? If they win this week and they're 4-2 after Kansas City, they're still in a good spot.
Yeah, very good spot. All right, back out to the phone lines. Let's go out to Jerry in Hempfield. How you doing, Jerry?
Hey, Rich, Ron, I'm going to give you a comment what I heard about some other former football players who are analysts on other channels. And they was talking about this Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown, and they was saying, players talk to each other. They probably know more about each other than what you people know about players. And they says that Roethlisberger is really upset with Antonio Brown, not just this year but last year, and it just bothers him. And I don't think he's happy playing anymore. And I think Ben's probably going to retire. If he does, Antonio ain't going to have nobody throw him the ball. And what's going to do with his $15 million contract? But Ben's not happy with him all. It's been going on for a while, but Ben covers up for him, saying, "Oh, he's great, he's a good guy, this and that."
Jerry, Ron probably knows Ben better than anyone around here. So, I mean, I don't necessarily.
Well, I don't think he is happy. I don't think he was happy with what happened on Sunday. He made it very clear on our radio show. I don't know that it's going to be a problem going forward. I know Ben doesn't hold grudges, because he and Hines were not getting along after Hines caught him out in Baltimore in 2009, and he never let that affect what was going on the field. I think all of these guys are tired about Antonio's act. It's very selfish. He's a great player. I've said it many times. I think he's better than Swan and Stallworth. But how much better would he be if he wasn't so selfish? That's my question. Do I think it's going to be a long-term deal? Not necessarily, but it's one worth watching.
Yeah, I don't think it will be either. I mean, this is going to go down as one of the best duos in the history of the NFL, maybe the best duo in Steelers history right now to this point. And I don't think they're going to let something like this affect them. But, you know, I kind of get Brown's frustrations a little bit on that play, because I was told that play was supposed to go to Brown.
That's not what Ben said at all.
That wasn't what Ben said?
He said the way he explained it to us on his show was, he said, I looked to Brown first, I saw the coverage, and I'm immediately supposed to look to the other side of the field, not look at him. So in fact, he even said, many times I miss guys, and he said, I take blame for it when I do. He said, I'm not saying I made a mistake at that time. I read the coverage. I'm supposed to go the other side. He said he threw a high pass to Le'Veon Bell. They ended up having to punt. I don't think he missed him. I think his reads told him to go to the other side.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was getting at. His first read might have been Antonio Brown, but he was under duress, and he had to get out of the way. And so when the guy pulled off of Brown, he was wide open. But but Ben was already running for his life the other way. So, and I think maybe who knows? I can't defend Brown at all. I think it was childish what he did. And
I agree. But he's so good, and he works so hard, and that's why he gets away with what he gets away with.
Yeah, I would have been okay with it if he dropped the ball and he threw the Gatorade cooler. That's fine, because he was out of frustration, but he was kind of showing up your quarterback.
And then he showed up Todd Haley.
Yeah,
I
then
guess
the Todd Haley thing.
said today everything's okay. Yeah. What's he going to say?
Yeah, you're right about that.
What is he going to say?
All right, let's go out to the phone lines and go out to Mark in North Hills. How you doing, Mark?
Hey, guys. Great show.
Thanks.
Hey, prayers out to Eddie Olczyk family. I mean, you know what else the thing about him is, too? I liked him as a player. I think he was a great player, like, for all those years.
He was an outstanding player, and he's a great announcer, and he's an even better person. Everybody's rooting for him. And you know, hopefully he's going to beat this.
You know what? Ron never really had a chance to as a coach either, because he wasn't given the players early in their
Sydney's
career.
First coach,
but it wasn't around
him. Right.
So.
Well, I don't know about the whole national anthem. I mean, I played football before. And in the third quarter, are they really worried about the national anthem when they got to get a drive going? I don't think, you drop a pass. They're not worried about who's taking a knee. That was a horrible game against Chicago. But
I'm not saying so much the national anthem. I'm saying that maybe there was a distraction in the locker room. Some of the players were torn. They weren't thinking about it.
Right.
They were thinking about being in a tunnel. And what are people going to think about them?
Instead of resting the night before, they're up having a meeting.
Yeah, I think there was a lot more going on.
They're supposed to be professionals, though.
They are. It's no excuse.
Look,
absolutely not. It's no excuse.
No, but I always use an analogy like...
You're right. The caller's absolutely right.
Yeah, but I use an analogy about...
Let me ask you this, though. Can I ask you... That's a great point. But let me ask you this question. I'm watching... I don't know if you guys are watching this game tonight with the Patriots. And the Steelers are supposed to have a great offensive line. How is it that Tom Brady stands back there for hours and hours and hours, and yet Roethlisberger is getting destroyed, running around for his life all night? Can you explain that? I'm going to hang up.
Well, I'll explain one thing. The Steelers are 3-1, and New England's 2-2 going into tonight's game. So the Steelers are doing something right, and New England isn't perfect by any stretch.
You know, Mark, what I meant by what I was saying about the whole distraction and thinking about it, think about something that you do. Like, I play golf, so I use the analogy of if something's going on in my life, Ron, or I'm upset about something, I'm on the first tee, I'm thinking about it, it's bothering me, it's something, it's in my head for a little bit, and maybe I'm thinking about it throughout the whole round, and obviously you're not going to be focused. I'm saying there was a lack of focus there, and I think that was the biggest issue.
I think so, too.
All right, we got to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls and some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.